Hotep, Hotep, High Priestess Maat and Maakheru Amen here. And let me tell you about the fifth tone, the overtone. Whew. All right. Okay. Now, y'all extra. Y'all are extra, right? Because it's called overtone for a reason. It's like over the tone, right? Beyond the tone. Right? So you guys know how to push boundaries, right? And it's not always, I like joking around things, but this is a great thing because the what happens is you literally, all the overtones, you empower yourself, people, places, and things, right? So everything you do, you empower, right? You empower. And so you are able to, sometimes when it comes to empowering things, you do have to push the boundaries. Okay. And as a matter of fact, with the overtones, y'all don't even see the boundary. You be like, listen, it's got red tape and it's yellow, it's highlighted, it's fluorescent. You be like, where? What you talking about? Right? You already on the other side, building a new boundary, right? That's overtone. So, but you help to empower and you command things. Now, this tone, I think that this tone, with the other ones, when I talked about some of the shortfalls from the other tones, is usually the part, like, I don't think you guys have a problem with commanding things, right? I don't think y'all have a problem. Y'all just walk in the room and be like, you know what? This need to be over here. That need to be over here. This is a restaurant. We in a restaurant. We came to eat. You can't rearrange the restaurant because you be like, yes, I can, because I'm eating here, right? That's all the time. Be like, can we go anywhere, right? All right. So now what happens though, let me tell you where I've seen some of the shortfalls with the overtone is in the empowerment part, right? So a lot of times, and I think this happens with a lot of the tones or the archetypes in general, some of the archetypes, is sometimes we seek to empower others, but a lot of times the empowerment needs to come this way first. It needs to come through you, not from you. If that makes a difference. Okay, if you see what I'm saying. The empowerment comes through you, not from you. So it's not a pull, right? So the overtones don't necessarily have a problem, like I said, with the commanding piece, right? They know how to command things, right? And when you have that in that balance, right, then you have this light that shines. There's radiance, as they call it. All right, that is able to go out. There also a lot of times with the overtones happen to be very magnetic as well, very charismatic and things like that. If they want to be, I've seen other overtones that they might pull back a little bit, but the overtones in general, right? They literally have it's something about them, right? You see them, you be like, you know what? It is something about that person. Wow, I want to go over there and talk to them, right? I want to see, or I'm gonna go move a little closer. I want to see what they talking about, right? Right? That's the overtone. Now, here and so how did this build up, right? Because we just talked about the self-existing tone, who defined and measured purpose, whatever that purpose is, right? And it went through challenge, right? Then it got activated, and then it went through a definition period. And so then now we're here on this overtone that is now empowering a purpose, a mission. So if you get these people and they are part of your organization, your club, your group, these are the people they hype. They sometimes they the leader. And if they the hype man, believe me, you keep your eye on them because they're gonna be running it, right? They're not gonna stay in no height position for a long time. They're gonna be running it. Just saying, don't get comfortable with overtone being in a second position. They're going to be running it, all right? So, but they're the people that kind of just get everybody going and hey, telling them who they can be and like don't feel this way, feel like this. A lot of times, like I said, it takes their toll because it comes from them instead of through them. Okay, and so you have to be very careful of this if you are in overtone, right? And so when it comes down, after it has a form now, right? So after that form, you can command some things. You can say, hey, well, this is now, after it went through that self-existing tone, it got defined and measured properly. Okay, so now this is what we're going to do with it, right? We're going to empower this. We're going to give it some real power. We're going to put some precision, some energy, some essence behind this, right? And then we're going to command it in the direction that it needs to go. All right. And we're going to make it big. We're going to have, it's going to now, it has its light. It has its radiance. That's the overtone. Right. And so, then from there, so now the people that support overtones, you need to know this. If this is your child, if this is your spouse, if this is your friend, you need to know this about, because sometimes overtones, they can't help it. Listen, they cannot help it. They're not trying to get all the attention. They really ain't. They're not necessarily, what do they call them? Mic hogs or whatever. They're not. It just happens. They can't help it. That's what happens with the overtones, right? And then it depends on what archetype is associated with that overtone too. Right. So don't feel no kind of way. They're not trying to, show you out or do, or make you look bad or, push you to the back. They just can't help it. So now the thing is, that's their natural thing. So like the first thing you're gonna do if you have problem with this, you need to find out who you are first. Stop looking at them and be like, you know what? Why are they getting all the limelight? No, you have to figure out who you are first. And where you stand, what's your position? This is why we use this cosmology, right? There's not one tone, there's not one archetype that is beyond the other, that is more than the other, right? These, remember, if you go back to the first video, these are the 260 expressions of the Creator, and each one of us incarnated as one of those expressions. So if you're one of those expressions, you are significant and profound in your own right, regardless of anything else. So now, if again, going back to that support, you want to support that. You want to make sure, because I've also seen overtones who are undertones. You see what I'm saying? They don't know who they are yet. They're undertone. They not hype. I'm more hype than them. I'm a galactic tone, right? You know what I'm saying? Why am I more hype? Well, I did come through the overtone moon though. I did. So that has something to do to it, because maybe that's why I'm more high. Okay, so anyway, watch that. But anyway, you want to know more about that? Click the links, because I'm not about to go into that, right? Because see, all of these things are a part of, it's one system, right? With systems within systems within systems. Now, how do you know that? The body works like that. Remember I said that about stabilizing? The body is multiple systems within systems within systems, right? All operating at the same time. So it's the same thing. Yes, I came in the overtone moon. I'm related to a lunar tone because I'm the wind, right? And then I'm a galactic tone. I'm this archetype. So there are all of these different things that play a part of this. So maybe that's why I'm hyped, right? Because I did come in the overtone moon. So, but I do have, let me go back. Y'all got me, why y'all got me off, focus and things, right? I was talking about how to support an overtone, right? That's undertone, right? So sometimes the overtones, I have seen. Okay, so Alexa interrupted us for a moment, but I'm back. Okay, we were talking about being under the tone. So what happens is when you are under the tone, right, then it definitely is something where you are feeling unfulfilled, right? Unempowered. You ain't empowering nobody. You're disempowering, right? You may be in a funk all the time, right? When you are not able to access this overtone, because it is literally your natural proclivity to be out there, to be extra, to be, this. So don't hide from it. Be what you are, right? All right. So we're going to see you on the next one. All right. So I'll see y'all. Click the links. Do some holla if you the overtone. I know. Listen, I know you are anyway because you the overtone. You're going to be like, hey, right? So, all right. I'll see you on the next one. Hotep.